Hello. It's Rachel. I'm doing my second video about nursing school. I have a little guideline that I wrote down, so I'm going to follow it, because otherwise I get off on a tangent and a rant, and then no one wants to watch it, and everyone's like, what are you talking about? Okay, so this is going to be about nursing school. Should you go to nursing school? Are you like nursing material? Are you nursing school material? What kind of school should you go to? I'm going to talk about the curriculum I had, meeting friends, and social life, all that stuff. So, should you go to nursing school? Okay, how I decided. I originally was a nutrition major at my university. I was nutrition, so I chose a good school near me because I commuted to school to save money, which is nice. But again, you don't live on campus, so you don't get really the experience. But it is nice to save the money. But I went to this really good school near me that did nutrition like major. And I think I had like 2 classes of my first of the nutrition class, and I was like, no, I hated it so much. So at that time, my grandparents lived with me, and I kind of helped take care of them, and I enjoyed it. So I wanted to stay in the medical field. So I was like, you know what, I want to do nursing. I really wanted to do it. So I switched to nursing in my college. So I stayed in the same university. But to get in the nursing program, I had to take a pre-entrance exam, which some of you might have to take. It's just exactly the same thing as the SAT, but not as long. So I took that in December of my freshman year, and then I was admitted into the nursing program my second semester of my freshman year. So yeah, so that's how I just decided, because I like taking care of people, and not to be gross, but I kind of like taking care of my grandparents. You get into some nasty stuff, so I was like, I can handle it. So that's one thing. You have to be. You obviously you're gonna be grossed out by poop and blood and mucus and stuff or whatever, but that's okay. Everybody, I still, as an RN, I think a month ago I had to leave a room because I almost puked because of poop. So that's okay. Sometimes you have to be able to if some people see blood and they pass out. Those people can't be a nurse. There's a lot of blood in nursing. You have to hang blood. You have to stick needles to people. That's another thing. Needles. You have to be okay to really get in there, stick people, put IVs in them. If you can't deal with any of that, then you shouldn't be a nurse. Not to and you really have to want to be a nurse. You want to care of people. You want to help people out, and you have to have empathy for people. You can't be tough it up, you're not in pain. You have to you have to be there. You have to be able to support somebody in a very hard time in your life, and just you want to do it. Don't go into nursing for the money, because you'll get burnt out so fast. You will, if you're gonna just don't. If you're I only want to be a nurse because the money's so good. No, sorry, you're just gonna get burnt out. You're gonna hate going to work every night. You're gonna be oh, I hate my life. No, you wanna do it. You deep down inside, you really know if you want to be a nurse. That's my opinion. You can't be afraid to talk to doctors. You have to memorize a lot of meds. You have to be able to work well with others and kind of work as a team, because in your unit, if you're working and then someone's drowning, you have to be able to pitch in and help people, and I think that's all. Really, you just need to be a caring, hardworking. I know this is cliche, every job you have to be caring for, but seriously, and be able to wipe somebody's butt and not puke in their face. Seriously, it gets pretty gross sometimes. But the one thing I still can't handle is mucus. I can't do mucus. I cannot. If someone has a trach, that's my one kryptonite, mucus. But I think every nurse has one thing. I don't know. Okay, so once you decide once you decide you want to go to nursing school, you have to decide what school to go to. There are a couple of ways you can go about becoming an RN, because you can LPN, you can be an LPN too, but this is for RN. So you can go to a 2-year program, like Penn State offers it, like SUNY schools offer them, and you can get your degree that way. You can also go to a hospital program. That was where I worked. They had a hospital program for RNs. The way it worked there is they would do 1 year at Penn State to get their prereqs down, and then 2 years, like solid years, like no summers off. They worked in the summers at the hospital. So you can do that, or you can do what I did and get your bachelor's degree right off the bat. What I recommend would be to get your bachelor's right off the bat. Like I said, the people at my school, or where I worked, went to school 3 years to get their basically to get their associates and become an RN. I went to 4 years, 1 more year, and I got my bachelor's. You're young, go, just get it over with, because I was working with nurses who were in their 30s, working towards their bachelor's, they have children, working full time, have children, having to do papers, like they were just like, it was just, they were stressed to like the max. So while you're young and don't have too many responsibilities, sorry, fixing my book stack here, I would recommend getting your bachelor's. A lot of employers want the bachelor degree nurses. If you want to go further with your education, go be a nurse practitioner, be a professor for nursing, anything like that, you're going to need your bachelor's anyway. So I understand it might be a little more expensive than like an associate's degree or like hospital school, but you do get like loans and money from the, I can't think of the word, money from the school to, if you have good grades and crap like that. So like if you do like I did, where you live at home, you save even more money. So yeah, so choosing a school. And also I will give some pros about, for associate's degree, some of them are only 2 years, so that is a little like nicer for people if you want to get to work as soon as possible. Then get your associates. And some people never get their bachelor's, and they are also awesome nurses, obviously. But my opinion is get your bachelor's if you can, right off the bat. Alright, so I'm going to talk about my curriculum now. So you can get an idea of what your curriculum if you go to a bachelor's school maybe. So my first year was all prereqs, I think, and I'm just going to talk about like nursing and science courses, but along with this I went to a liberal arts college, so I was taking like Englishes, philosophies, sociologies, stuff like that. So I'm not even talking about that because I hated it. It sucked. But I had to do. So never mind. My first year I took anatomies, chemistries, what else? Anatomies, chemistries, microbiology. Yeah. Like all those like science-y prereqs where you have to study your frickin' ass off, because you really do. For anatomy and physiology, holy crap, like you have to study so hard. Generally you'll have a lab along with your lecture class, and you will have to learn, like, here's the muscle, like here's the leg, and you have to learn each and every muscle in the leg, and the teacher will put it like on the table, and just like that, no, like just like a slab of a leg, like a calf, like they'll just lay it there and be like, name this muscle. So you have to go to like open lab and sit there and like take apart, because it's usually like there's muscles under muscles, so it's like you have to like take it apart and memorize it. It's like 4 hours, like every day before a test. It's ridiculous, but you can do it. It's really not that bad it sounds, but once you're in this mindset, you're good, I guess. It sucked, but gotta do what you gotta do. Chemistry, lab was actually pretty fun. You get to like mix stuff and stuff. But microbiology lab, I love that. You get to like inoculate stuff. You get to use the Bunsen burners, and you get to like look at little like bacteria and stuff. It's really fun. That was probably my most fun lab. So we move on to sophomore year. I had nutrition. First semester of my sophomore year, I had nutrition. I hated it. Sucked. Validated the fact that I changed to nursing and that I hate nutrition. So, because I was in nutrition. I don't know if I said that, but I was in nutrition. But yeah, I think I said it. But yeah, it sucked. I hated it. And then my spring semester, sophomore year, I had concepts of nursing, which was like the history of nursing, nursing models, and care plans, and stuff like that. And then I had my fundamentals of nursing. So, clinical 1 day a week. Class was 1 day a week. I think it was 3 hours, and like just one block of 3 hours. That was kind of tough, just because it was so long. I had a great teacher though, but for clinical, I did bed bath. My first day, our teacher walks in, gives me and another, they partner. At that point, we had a partner, so that was nice. So, walks in the room, it's like, bed bath this patient right now. We're like, oh my god, holy crap, like, we don't, like, it was just, we were like, scared out of our freaking minds, because we never touched a patient before. So, we did it, and my partner even shaved the lady's legs. So, then you move on to like, and then you have to do like stupid stuff like changing bed sheets, like, and let me say, they make you do hospital corners in the lab. You never do it you never ever do it in the real like nursing world. I've never like had to pick out corners. Like, no, you don't do that. If a patient craps the bed, you're just happy to get the bed, new clean sheets on, and them tucked into like. Don't worry. Anyways, and then I think at the end I started giving like meds and injections, and they also practice doing nursing notes. So now we're on to junior year, first semester. I had peds and OB, pharmacology, and pathophysiology. I'll talk about peds and OB first. We had the class, I think it was like 2 days a week. Sorry, my camera shut off, so I'm gonna have to like merge these two videos together somehow. I'm already like sucking at making YouTube videos. Talking about OB nursing. So yeah, I had class and I had OB for 7 weeks, peds for 7 weeks. Peds was my first, and like my first like of the duo, and I hated it. I don't hate kids. I'm just not good. I feel like you're weird. Like I just don't work. No, I'm not good with kids. So. OB was awesome though. I think my first day I saw vaginal birth, and it was like the best, like it was like the perfect vaginal birth to see. No tearing. It was like floop, like floop, not like a water slide, but it was very easy. Even the doctor was like, yeah, this is a great birth for you guys to see, and he was really hot. But so yeah, it was really fun. I saw C-section. I went to the NICU. The NICU was kind of scary because the babies are like legit. The babies are probably, I swear to God, some of the babies are like the size of this pen, so I was like, that was kind of scary to see. But yeah, I liked OB a lot. Then I had patho and physiology and pharmacology, and they were freaking horrible. I had a teacher, and she was the same teacher for both classes, and she was the worst teacher ever. She would give us study guides for the test, and nothing you learned would be, like, nothing you studied your frickin' ass off would be on the test, and everyone frickin' failed. It was horrible. That was in that class, that was when we lost the majority of the people that we lost throughout the nursing program, because you always start with a certain number and you end with a certain number, and most of the people were like, screw this, like, just screw this. So, it was bad, but most of us made through it. I moved on to med-surg. That was my spring junior. That was our first like med-surg experience with like full-on med-surg. It was hard, I'm not gonna lie. It's a lot of care plans, meds, and you basically, for the patient, you do everything for them, and you usually end up with 2 patients, and you have to do everything like bed bath, vitals, charting, feeding, like everything. And generally, as a nurse on the floor, as an RN, you just do meds and charting. We would go a day before clinicals to the hospital we had clinicals at, and our nursing instructor would have our assignment down, and we look through our patient's chart, get their meds, and then that night you get the meds, you have to like do a whole write-up on the meds, like a page long for each med, and usually you get the patients that are like, they have like 15 meds, and you're like, F my life, like, really? It was horrible, but you do learn a lot, so, and we had a great instructor. It was 15 weeks, so it was very long, and it was 2 days a week. I think that semester I also had aging, which was kind of a joke, but I guess with the Asian population of the country, they thought it would be good, but in reality it was just kind of like, it was fun, but and then senior year, first semester, I did community health and psych health, 5 weeks of clinical in each, and the class was like the whole semester. So I started out with community, and I really enjoyed that. It was cool. We went through a local agency to do our community health, and we get paired up with a nurse Thursday and Friday each week, the same one, and go with them on the route, basically. And you had to do everything. I packed like a tunnel wound. I did a lot of diabetes teaching, vital signs, just assessing people. It's a lot of driving. I also, for some reason, they sent me with physical therapists, which was kind of weird because I was a nursing student, so whatever. Psych clinical, that was pretty interesting. I went to a long care psych facility. It's like a state hospital. And my patient, he lived there. He was there. He's been there for 20 years, so it was like his home. And we basically like played cards and like colored and like did Play-Doh activities with them and just talked to them. And like went to like group. They had the group activities where they throw a ball around and stuff and get juice at the end. That was awesome. But it was interesting. A fight almost broke out one time with my patient, and it was really scary. But that's about the only exciting thing that happened. And then we move on to last semester of senior year. That was my critical care. And like, we had critical care, and then we had professional, oh sorry, I'm looking, flipping you off, I'm not, I'm speaking, sorry. We had professional, like, basically it was like NCLEX, like practice, so. Critical care, I went to the ICU. We thought we were going to go to the ER, but we never did. It was really disappointing because we all wanted to go to the ER, but I think they had students go to the ER in the past, but there's like 7 in each clinical group, and we're just like standing around like this, like, what we do? So I get them not putting us there. So we went to the ICU, and that was one of my, like, probably the most fun, I'll be English correct, most fun clinical of all my clinicals. I had a freaking hilarious, like, she was probably one of the funniest people I've ever met, clinical instructor, and but she taught us stuff. Like, at the end of each clinical, we'd have like a post conference, and like it was another class, but it was fun, and we learned stuff. So she was awesome, and I'll tell you the story just because it was really funny. One of my friends was like wiping a patient's butt, and for some reason she had her face right near the patient's butt. Never do that, by the way. It's just setting yourself up for like what's gonna happen. She got farted in the face, and we were all, the whole clinic were there, and we laughed and laughed, and it was freaking, it was hilarious. So our last day of clinical, our teacher took us out for breakfast, and she bought all of us the Flarp, like it's like in a plastic jar, and it's like the gack, and you like can squeeze it, and it makes a fart sound. So she all got us that, and because of that one incident, it was awesome. So yeah, and then the last 5 weeks of my senior year, I had my like senior internship, like, you know, so I was one-on-one with a nurse. It was a male nurse, same as Chris. We were on a telemetry unit, and I worked 12-hour days, like, I worked his schedule, so we worked 12-hour days, a couple days a week, so I did that, and I learned a lot. It was really cool. And I graduated, so, and then I took the boards, and then I passed, but that'll be another video. So yeah, that was my whole curriculum, and like what to expect with classes. Now usually I'm not sure, I think nursing, like in other nursing schools, the classes are bigger than what mine was. We started out with around 30 people, and when we graduated, and I think there was a couple of men in our class, but we ended up, when we graduated, with 17 girls, so it was a very small class, so we were all very, very close. I'm actually applied to a job now where one of my friends from school works, and we're both really excited if we might work together. So you keep these friends. I still text people and be nice. This is just random. Don't be the bitch in the class that talks shit about everybody, and just be nice. You're all in this together. Go to the library, study together, have fun. I read there's this study that hardships, it's a scientific study that hardships and hard times bring people closer, and nursing school is definitely an example of that. Like I said, those really two shitty classes that I had really bonded us, and these are going to be friends you have for a long time. And it's nice to have people, if you want to, I did, a friend who works in and I applied for a job there, she's going to put a good word for me. You have these connections throughout your life. People who you're great friends with. If you talk shit about people, they're gonna be screw you, I'm not gonna give you a reference. You're a bitch to me, you talk shit about me. So be nice. Now I'm gonna discuss social life in nursing school. Like I said, I lived at home. I didn't have the college experience of living in a dorm. And I kind of wish I did sometimes, but once I would think about how much I would owe for room and board, I feel better. But you will have a social life. For me, nursing school, it was hard. It wasn't the hardest thing ever, I don't think. Just don't go out, don't be stupid. Don't go out drinking every night. Can't come into class hungover, because your teachers will notice that you're hungover. And my fiance, he went to school 2 hours away from me, so I would go down every other weekend, and I was able to. It wasn't I was sitting home every weekend with my face in a book. Obviously I had to bring work there to work on, papers and stuff, but he was in college too, so we both had stuff to do. So you're not going to be, you're not going to drop off the grid, and your family and friends will be where are you? I can't talk to you. You'll be alright. Yeah, I think that's it for, what I, think people want to know mostly about nursing. Probably not. There's probably a lot more that I'm missing out on. But my jaw kind of hurts from talking so much. But yeah, if people have any questions about anything, if you're a senior in high school or a junior in high school, looking into nursing school, and you have any questions, you can leave them in the comments below. You can email me. I think I'll put in the description box. I'll put my Gmail, because I have old different email address Gmail, so people can email me YouTube questions and stuff like that. So yeah, ask away. If you want any specific nursing videos, if you want me to do I don't know, anything you want. I have a job right now, so I'm bored. I need stuff to do. My cat's right here. I will show you my cat, because I'm sure everyone wants to see my cat, because he's going to be in every video probably. There he is. His name is Julian. We got him from the shelter a year ago, and he is a very large cat. If you can see, I wear size 10 shoes, so that's a big shoe, and he's so big compared to the vet thinks he's part Maine Coon because he's so big. And he's not really fat. He's a pooch, though. See that pooch? Yeah, pooch! Oh! No butt. So, that's my cat. And he's really cute. And I love him so much. And if you want more of my cat, I'll make cat videos. Right? I'll make kitty videos. Alright. Oh, my battery's gonna die. So, see you in my next video! Bye! Goodbye!